2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson.
Bijan.
Here to run. And he's taken down right at the
These dudes
45-yard
been different
line.
in the playoffs.
25 yards the pick up there, and also a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now a 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
What?
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Wow.
So, Charles, this a defense that hasn't made a lot of mistakes like this on the
tried
road to this
cheating,
playoff
yeah.
matchup, but that a bad one there.
Yeah, you definitely want to rattle and shake up the other quarterback, but you know you've got to do it the right way.
They tried to cheat me.
That cloth's going to be on the ground.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Tuned in.
2nd and 10.
I had to reset my stream. You tuned in? No, what?
Now Penix. And this time he's got the
Hell
hook
no.
up. It's complete. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing.
Come on, make that nigga fumble.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble. And it's 2nd down. And looking to throw, Penix. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons will strike first here, this wild card matchup. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
What are you talking about?
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
What are you talking about that?
Back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And leading them out is their rookie quarterback, the young man out of Alabama.
And this being the wild card round, it is the true wild card in this game because a rookie quarterback getting the start in the NFL postseason, that's not normal. That's a little bit on the unusual side. And there's plenty of guys who come into the playoffs after a very good regular season and have struggled. But there have been a few who played well. He wants to be in the latter list.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards, good for a Saints first down. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game too because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together wanting him to get the ball and get it off him, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. And this pass broken up.
These niggas can't catch.
Contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Oh.
So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
I ain't throwing a pick, man. Spoils. Can't risk that.
2nd and 11. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
They'll throw with Penix. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring out 2nd down. To the air, Penix. Robinson's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Looking to throw Penix. Man open is Robinson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Beat down the beast.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Here's Penix. It's caught on the right side by Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what is a steady drive? And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
They didn't even let him run.
Sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw here. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. So the completion good for 7 there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
The Saints passing game in sync and
All
moving
my
the
receivers
football.
is
It's a
burning.
first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
He getting cooked
They
in the
do get a yard
playoffs.
there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Working the middle of the field.
I got you, dude.
Complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 23. Good work to pick up 7 yards there.
Yo,
That
this
gets him
thing
into
is
a
funny
3rd
as
and 1
shit.
situation. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to have a Saints first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. A 22-yard touchdown run. And the Saints go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well executed their offense. And the defense looked a little confused, but he found it for 7. And that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
A point after, good by Groupie. And we are tied at 7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold.
Kicker is the only nigga that be laying wood on
bring
it.
that return to an abrupt halt. The Falcons offense set to go. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. Very nicely done there on the reception. And what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with the quarterback.
They'll go play action here with Penix. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Ryan Brzee fought in and got him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Under pressure, they got to him again. To Sean Wilton. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw here. Going for the deep ball. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here in the NFC. A 4-5 battle that ought to be a tight one, as it's going to be the Seattle Seahawks matching up with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, it's been as tight as we expected our game to be, all even at the half. Who will go on to the divisional round? We'll find out as we send it back out to Brandon and Charles.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Plenty of adjustments likely being made by both teams in their respective locker rooms. To find out who advances to the divisional round, let's get you back out to Brandon God.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they'll get him down inside the 30 to 27. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs the year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Oh, my God.
This one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. From the shotgun, it's Penix. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Off play action, here's Penix.
Yo, what the?
And the Falcons are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Shoot.
Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
About to get beat.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They'll roll him out right. A hit as
God
he throws
damn.
there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what
It's
we're
a whole
capable
other
of. And we're
team,
deep
like,
enough into the
the
game
fuck?
that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Got the ball.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a
You
lot of
can't
game
catch.
plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force him.
Like, yo, what
It's
the?
intercepted. And they finally put it
Tight
into
end
this
beating
return,
everything,
but
like,
not
come
before he's
on.
all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to Mooney. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Penix working out of the gun here. In trouble, and
Come on,
he'll
make
go
this nigga
down
fumble.
back at the 12. Not the
Make this
first and
fucking
goal
work,
play
man.
they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now Penix. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard
About to
line.
lose.
He'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a play fake here on first down. Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Being chased out left.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And the Falcons will take over here at their own 12-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And they're going to stop right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They'll throw with Penix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And looking to throw, Penix. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing just about on his own goal line. .39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
That is caught.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Sideline. And he is in
What
the end zone.
just happened?
Bo Melton, 54 yards. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Whoa. Oh,
Charles, that's a
my
pretty good
God.
response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Got a man, it's London. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good run.
Looking to throw, Penix. Throws right back to London, complete again. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Robinson on a give right side. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Back to Robinson now on first down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Robinson with another carry. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes.
Damn, final 2 minutes, man.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
On the handoff, McClellan. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Truly knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. This is caught at the 20.
Well, defensively there, you want to play it a little safe and keep the action in front of you. But you definitely aren't looking to give up plays like that. They still get the cushion of a 2-score lead, but don't give them a freebie here in the final minute.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Another try. 2nd and 10 now.
Back to throw.
That's pulled in by Wilson.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. And a disappointing way to close out the season. He got into the play.